what you don't have, like what you're missing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it speaks to the integrity of what you're able to do with what God gives to you. You got to be able to take it and turn it, make it and mold it.
Yeah,
You got to be able to turn little things into big things,
yeah,
be able to turn small feats into big victories.
yeah,
You got to be able to take whatever life throws at you and be determined by it that it won't hurt you, hinder you, kill you. It won't get you off track, nor will it break your back. You got to be determined.
yeah.
And today in Matthew chapter 14, that's what happens in the text. Somebody comes and they have just a little bit of food. I think, what was it? Three and two or five? No, it was five loaves and two fish. Now you just read the
Two little fishes,
two
fish. Sorry, two little fish, 5 loaves of bread.
two little fish,
Yeah,
not two bags, just two little fish, and then five loaves of bread. Right?
yeah,
Two, two and five. Now I know that in divinity that equals seven, which is the number of completion. I need you to know that when you combine what you have with what God offers, it'll always bring you to a completed place. I can't hear nobody. When you take what God gives you and bring it to the days of the week,
yeah,
then you know that the end result of it is that I'm not weak throughout the week, and then I'm not ending on the weekend. No, you don't believe it, it is God gives you uh love, courage, and a sound mind. Well, that's three, so that don't fit, right? But then he says, I have given you not the spirit of fear. That's something God takes away. When he says, I want you to love me with all your heart, mind, and body, that is incongruent of everything that you're made out of. So how is it that two and five brings a completeness? I'll show you how two and five brings a completeness, because when God forms the man and makes the man, he is just a shell laying on the ground. He has no life. He has no animation. He has all the willpower, but he don't have the word.
yeah,
And when God gets down and blows into him, he gives him the breath of life, and then the man becomes a living, breathing human being.
yeah,
If everything that's inside of me only needs but two things to survive the 5 days, what am I talking about? I am sinful, but he comes in with his holy breath, and then I can live. And so as long as I have my body and my breath, that's what somebody said. I don't have much, but I got my body and I got my breath. And you got to be able to look inside of you and say, on today, I've got my body and I've got my breath. And know that gotta take it and change it. Gotta take it and bring better things out of it. They gotta take it and create better options of living for you. Prove it, preacher. When you come to Matthew 14, I find here in the text that there's a little boy who has just a few things, right? Two fish, five loaves of bread. So he takes it and gives it away. And God requires you to give, and it shall be given. Don't give to receive. Give just because I like to give, just because I was told to give, just because it's required of me to give. If I get something back in return or not, I'm called to give. The first thing that God did was he gave of his time. And so God steps out of creation into creation. He moves from creator to now being among the creation and still creating, and then takes the dust and forms a man. You have to be able to give, and with that body that God gives you, are you able to give it back to him and say, God, I know that I'm built well, but this is your body. I know that I am dark skinned, but this is your body. I know that I have this job title, or I work at this position, or I'm doing this, but I commend my body. I commit my body. I make my commencement to commit to you daily, that this is my concentration for today. I give you my body. He says, here's the bread. Good God. He said, here is the bread. I don't like that stand. Um, come well, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get a new thing though. Come here, come here, come here. Sorry guys. Sorry guys. Hold that for me. So here is the communion of relation between the text. All right. It says, I want you to know that there are fish and there's bread. Now, I think the bread plays a central theme here because bread is encumbrant with what the Son of God says he is. He says, I am the bread. All right. I am the bread that sent down from the Father, and um, I've come that you may have life. Now, I need you to know today that bread is synonymous with the body because it is the advantage that you have over anything else. I know that we're called here and living in a world of sin. We're shaped by all the things that we do, but know that you have the bread. What am I talking about on today? When you find yourself in a dry place and cannot pull from any other place, that God gives to you everything that you have inside of you, need outside of you to survive it. You still haven't caught where I'm going. Here's what I'm saying. I know we've come to a depleted place, but you'll not ever be depleted in it because God already instills in you everything that's big enough for you to go through it and not be drowned to it. You have to know that when you give it over to him, he says, I won't leave you starving. I'm the bread. Oh, I can't get nobody. When God gives you the ability to see him in purity, you'll never come to a lacking place. You'll always be in the grace of thanking God for the mercy too, that everything he placed inside of you is enough to develop, to feed, and to fulfill you. It says here are the 5 fish, 2 fish, 5 loaves of bread. And he gives it to him. And Bible says that he takes the bread and the fish. He lifts it up to heaven. He said, he gave thanks for it. He blessed it, broke it, and divided it. And I know it's hard being here because I've come here, that I've been broken, and I don't know too many people who haven't. I know it's not tangent really, but I know that it's time consuming to be broken. Right? It's inevitable to deny it because it's so circumstantial that you have to confess it, that I've been broken. You have to be able to say inside of you that I'm not too big, that I can't admit I've been broken. I think sometimes we put on the element of arrogance, not that we may be that, but that we embody that, because nobody wants to admit in church, I've been through some stuff, and I've been through and I've come to, but God brought me out of. If everybody wants to focus on the being bread feeding everybody part, everybody wants to focus on the being meat, the feeding and the growing, but nobody talks about the part of the text where God takes it, blesses it, and breaks it. And then you have to come from a broken place to be okay in a selected to be blessed place. Before he broke it, he blessed it. You got to understand There are some seasons that I'm going to face that I'll be broken in. But you can't get sidetracked by being broken because you were blessed to be broken. I know he blessed it and then he broke it. And so if everything that God puts me through, he says he'll already provide for me a way to come through. There's no place where God would put me where he has not designed or placed inside of me the willpower that I am able to look at it and find a way out. I can't come to a problem I'm not able to solve. I cannot come to a road that I cannot travel. There's no hill that's too tall for me. There's no mountain that's too much of a problem for me. Everything that God has placed in front of me, around me, to me, that I'm going to come to, I know that everything inside of me is blessed to handle it. I know you are blessed to be broken. I am blessed to be stressed, but I'm not stroking from it. I am in a place where I know I'm blessed to be going through hell and not burn up to it. I know that I am everything that God needed me to be, not to come here and leave me, but so that I could come here and identify with it is God inside of me and not even me. If you come and look for me today, I will disappoint you in every single way. But if you come knowing that it's not about Jay, but there's somebody that is behind him, that can push him, that'll speak through him, I promise you, I promise you that he is able to fulfill in you everything that I'm not strong enough to do. Everything that your peers, your parents, your friends will leave you for. He says, identify with this on today. He says, I blessed you, but I had to break you. You ever been broken? You ever seem like you're speaking blessings, but you're broken? And I want you to know that the blessing came before, the blessing came before, the blessing came before, the blessing came before. Then in synopsis, in conclusion, in evidence of indictment to bring up the case against him on today, I find him without fault. I do. I find him unable to be charged by the crime that he created me just to laugh at me. But I needed to vindicate him on today and say that God was able to form it. I didn't see it, but now I know it. I know that he blessed me to be broken. And I know a lot of people left you. It broke you. That's okay. You had to go through them leaving you so they couldn't kill you. I need you to know that God only holds you when he's prepared to break you of them. That there's folk that's been connected to you that God couldn't even bless you entirely because it was folk that was connected to you who wanted to steal from you, who wanted to lie on you, who were meant there, who were placed there, who came there only to see the downfall, to see you die in it, to talk bad about you when you didn't achieve it, when you fell down in it, when you didn't strive all that you could, when you came to a place where almost getting it. He said, I had to break you because they would have taken everything that I gave you. And so I'm blessed on today. I'm blessed to be broken. I'm blessed to be broken, and I'm blessed to be broke. I'm blessed to be here, and I'm blessed to be away from them. I'm blessed to be in his favor, and I'm blessed to be able to call him my father. I'm blessed to say I'm one of, and I'm blessed to say I am thought of. I need to tell you on today that it doesn't end on a bad note, but it ends in overflow. Can I assure, can I affirm, can I commission to somebody? I need to submit to you today that the reason that you were blessed, broken, chosen is so that you could come to a place of going through the overflow. What am I talking about? This is not prosperity gospel. This is biblical gospel right here. He says that when he fed all 5,000 of them, when he fed all of them, I mean, every single body, there wasn't nobody that left there that was not full. He says that that's not enough. When you are able to give it back to me, here's what I'll do for you. I'll give you the overflow. I can't hear nobody. When you know that God, I've given all that I have, I've given all that I'm able to serve. I really can't do any more than what you have called me to, but I still give. I give when it hurts me. I give. I give when I'm down to my last. I give. I give because it's been given unto me, because I know God to bring me just so I can give, not get anything in return. I just give just to give. I give because it was given unto me. And he says, this is what I do for you. When you give it ungrudgingly, said the Lord loves what? A cheerful giver. When you can give ungrudgingly, well, I don't expect anything back in return. I just give just because I'm a giver. He says, here's what I do for you. I'll put you in a place where there's overflow. But see, God is not general. Well, God don't prophet lie to you, but God specializes, and then it's specific. He said, here's what I do. I'll give you 12 baskets of overflow. You don't hear what I'm saying? I know last year was a struggle, but because you've been selfless this year, he says, what I'm doing for you is making sure that the next 12 months of your life come to a non-broken, a place where you won't even know what broke looks like. You won't even know what feeling broken seems like. You won't be broke in the job or broke at home. You won't be broke in the car or broke on the trip. I'm talking about being able to move and say it was God who did it, and not to be able to be big and boastful of yourself and say I achieved this, I was promoted. That it has to be aligned to the one who broke you to be the one who blessed you. That for the next 12, the next 12 months, the next 12 months of your life, I decree, declare, and prophesy just over myself that these next 12 are going to be different. That's good. I think I'll close. I'll close there. I want to impart for you, suggest for you, wherever you are, that you just lay hands on yourself. If you're in the car, you pull over and you lay hands on yourself. If you at home, you put down that phone and you lay hands on yourself. If you are anywhere, to praise God for being everywhere, you stop where you are and you put hands on yourself and say, Father, I receive the next 12 months to be blessed. I receive the next 12 months to be broken in every single test that came to kill me, but it could only break me to help me. I speak over my next 12 months that the kids are going to be better, that life is going to be greater, that I will be fulfilled, that the job may let you go, but you're going to come home to start the growth of your line, your seed, your generation. I'm talking about my next 12 are going to be better than my last 12. He says, I need you to do this because your greater comes in the latter, and is not from the broken of the former, but it's because God blessed you to break you, for him to bring you to overflow, to identify it was nobody but God that allowed you to come here, stay here, be broken here, but God blessed you while you were there. I am blessed to be broke. God bless you today.